Hello everyone, my name's Adam Amato, also known as Space. I am going to tell the Greek myth of Perseus and Medusa, which is told by Yanais Samatas, and this was found on Greek myths-greekmythology.com. I hope you enjoy. So we begin a long time ago, and there was an unruly king who was hated amongst his people. His name was Perseus, and he had a very beautiful daughter named Danae. Now one day Perseus met an oracle who told him his fate, that he would be killed by his grandson. And to prevent this, and out of fear and out of spite, and with the power that he had, he locked up Danae and felt proud, because how could she get pregnant at this point? Well, what he didn't know was that Zeus, the god of gods, came down on his chariot on the clouds, and he snuck into this prison that Danae was in. And without anyone knowing, he did impregnate her. And 2 months later, she had her son, Perseus, who was a demigod, half man, half god, and the son of Zeus. So when Perseus, the king, found out about this, he was very upset. And he sent Danae and Perseus in a crate, casted them away into the ocean, where they fled off and soon found themselves on a small island. And it was here that Perseus spent majority of his life growing up, becoming a strong young man who loved his mother very much. Well, there was the king of this island who laid eyes on Danae at one point, and because of her beauty and her gaze, he looked off into her eyes and asked, "Would you please take my hand in marriage?" And Danae took a step back and denied his offer. And because of this, she was punished and placed back into prison. And so, as this king waited into his palace, it was Perseus that soon learned about this problem and went to the palace and confronted the king of the island. "Where is my mother? Free her at once." And the king had offered him an ultimatum. Go off into the vast land and find Medusa, the Gorgon creature, who had hair, snakes for hair, and a gaze that would turn men into stone if they looked into her eyes. Go and defeat Medusa and bring me her head, and I will free your mother. So Perseus began this quest, and along the way, he actually got the help of some gods, because he was a son of Zeus. And he was given a sword, flying sandals, the ability of the gift of invisibility, and he also was given a shield. Now, as he entered Medusa's lair, he found her asleep. But what he did know was not to look at her straight on. And with the shield, he used the reflection that laid on it, and he snuck back as Medusa was sleeping, and he used the sword that he was given, and he slayed her head. And once he grabbed her head, he put her into a friggin' sack. Now, he took this sack with Medusa's head, and he returned back to the palace, confronted the king of the island, and he had once said, "The creature of Medusa is now slain. Free my mother at once." And the king of the island, baffled by this, exclaimed, "Show me her head at once, or your mom will not be free." And so he reached into his bag, and Perseus pulled out the head of the creature. And with the king of the island so astonished, he gazed into her eyes, and he turned into stone. Now, once this happened, that is when Perseus used the opportunity to free his mother. And the two of them lived happily ever after. And that is the story of Perseus and Medusa. I hope you enjoyed.